Hi, you're gonna want to sit down for this.
Take a minute.
Take it all in.
We're getting a divorce.
And this is Conbini Cult.
It's not actually a divorce, guys. We just really wanted
We're
to
just
use
breaking up.
Michaela's.
Yeah. For those who know. Yeah.
Get ready with me for Valentine's Day.
Get ready with me to announce our breakup. But like, kind of?
Kind
really?
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this episode about today?
Well, I mean, the elephant in the room, obviously, is that you're moving. So
Yes. I am moving.
that's what it all comes down to.
I will be leaving not only the prefecture, but leaving the podcast, leaving the show. Very, very sad. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the show is ending. I'm still going to be, carrying the torch. So I'll explain more towards the end of the episode what is going to be happening on the podcast from here on out. But for this episode, just wanted to explain like why you're leaving and like reminisce about the past 2 years, because it's been 2 years that we've been doing this podcast.
Crazy how time flies. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to reminisce. I feel like I'll try my best not to get too emotional, but I will also enjoy. I mean, at least I hope this isn't my final episode ever, And this is definitely not like the final and last episode of what this podcast is, It will continue in a different way.
Yeah.
But yeah, feeling a little weird, like a little chaotic almost. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because you're moving, so it's going to be difficult for us to meet up in person. Like, we kind of thought about doing it remotely, but neither of us really wants to do like a Zoom chat podcast.
We're both not fans of like, me personally at least. If I don't enjoy watching a Zoom podcast so much, then I probably wouldn't enjoy doing one either. It like also just involves different, even more editing in that sense and like.
Yeah, because one of our friends also suggested that we could still like record it remotely, but have the camera on ourselves and like record all that separately. But just the amount of data that we would have to store and like that'll be a lot of editing work for me too, and just like the vibe is not the same.
Yeah, it is a little different, and I mean, I'm not like a full-time content creator or anything either, and although I have a Yeti mic at home, but like just the equipment would be different. Like I don't have a camera or anything like that, and so we decided
like, imagine like you could do it on your phone, but like an hour-long like 4K video on your phone,
like
that's a lot.
I got the 17 Pro, but I don't know like how much it can actually handle.
How much storage do you have?
I got a terabyte actually, but still, it's like yeah. So I think for both of us, this is the best way that we wanted to handle it. I mean, already with me still living in Osaka and like living fairly close to Frankie, it's already been hard to coordinate since having my baby, and that's not the baby's fault, and that's not us being like any having like kids get in the way, but it's just realistic. Like that's the reality is sometimes, especially
for such a small child, like
life gets in the way. Frankie also has a job outside of this too, and so that's just what we've come to in life. It was a good run. But
Shikoku's not that far, so like, we're definitely still gonna hang out. It's not the end of the friendship by any means. Just realistically, it would be really hard for us to record like we've been.
No, actually, this is like our last time we're ever gonna see each other ever. No, and I think like I don't know. Obviously, we've hung out outside of the podcast, and like we started hanging out before this podcast was a thing, but it did come very shortly after we hung out almost. And so a lot of
a few times hanging out,
and then we're like, let's do a podcast, and then we did. And so a lot of our, at least like the basis of our friendship at first was around this podcast, and like for better or worse, we're kind of like coworkers in a sense too. And so although I am really sad to like leave this thing and also just like leave, Frankie and all my friends here in Osaka, I'm in a way kind of excited to see how our friendship will bloom in a way that doesn't like have the stress thing. Of this. Yeah. Because I know it is very stressful for you to do, the work around it too. And so I mean, not me like airing out all our tea. Like, it's not like we've ever gotten a fight or anything over it, but like, it's, again, it is kind of a job too for you. And so like I said, I'm just excited to have this like not be a stress for you too. Yeah. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah. And then also, I don't know if I mentioned that when I said like Shikoku's not that far. You might be on more episodes in the future. It's just not going to be every week.
Yeah. I mean, if you're welcoming to have me, you know, like I would love to come back and stuff. Distance wise, I'm not far enough, or I'm not close enough to be here, like you said, like every week or every month filming. But I mean, where I'm moving, it is fairly inaka in a sense where I'm sure I'll kind of crave Osaka here and there. Like I'll want to come back for sure. Yeah. It's a nice bus that goes right over the bridge. So yeah.
Still have my Space Market account, so we could meet in Osaka instead in the city.
You can always come to me too. We'll have a lot more space. So yeah, excited to where life is headed. It is a big change for not only us, but like for me and my family and everything. And
you're gonna have more space.
A lot more space. Nice. Yeah, a lot more space to raise my kid and just you know, I've lived in Japan for almost 10 years, and this will be my third move, and so. Moving is never fun, but it is exciting, at least for me. So I'm kind of, I guess, grateful to be able to live in different parts of Japan and just like experience different kinds of lifestyles too. So yeah, bittersweet, but mostly exciting, I guess.
So I thought we would just kind of reminisce on this episode about the past 2 years. So just in general, I think we've come so far from the first episode. So if anybody has been here from the first episode,
thank you.
Let us know, because I don't even want to listen back to it because the echo is so bad.
The echo is bad. The audio is bad. I think our chemistry like has improved
was not
so
there
much.
Yet.
It wasn't there yet because again, we went to dinner like a couple times and then we're like, okay, let's just like put ourselves in an environment where we have to be in a room together talking for like 2 hours and like unless you really have a built up rapport with someone, it's kind of like it was very not hard. Like, I don't know. Like, it took us a while to get used to, I think.
Not awkward, but just a little bit more reserved.
I think
than we are now. Because now we can, like, kiki about many things. Yes. But in the beginning, I was like, okay.
Like,
can I
like,
roast you?
Yeah, exactly. Bit? Like, what I'm saying, like, will this, like, offend? I mean, not like I'm saying offensive stuff.
Stop insulting me.
but yeah, like, how we can joke around with each other. That and even, like, the pauses. I don't know. I feel like, at least in the first few episodes, we were trying not to talk over each other and like really trying to give each other space and wasn't sure like who talks when. It was very awkward, I think, compared to now. Yeah.
I mean, now we do talk over each other a lot, but at least...
But that's what a conversation is.
We get back to our point eventually, so it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. But we have grown a lot. I mean, you have the numbers written here.
Yeah. So on YouTube, as of now, at the time of recording, we've got 690 YouTube subscribers. Woo-hoo! I don't know how many on TikTok and Instagram, but on Spotify, we have 475 subscribers on there and around 200 regular listeners. Like all of the episodes have like roughly 200 listens each one. So
thank you.
Consistent.
That's
Thank
amazing.
Thank you
so much. I mean, of course, you know, when you start a project with anything, you want it to succeed. But like things, again, I'm not like a content creator or mainstream like influencer or anything, but I never really expected it to get so big. And that just sounds like I'm thinking negatively about it. Not in that sense at all, but, and of course, we're not like in the millions or anything, but there's 200 regular, you know, like, or 200 people are like
in a room with you.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
That's crazy.
That is a lot of people. And
that's
same
like
with
Amisha doing her conferences or whatever.
Every week we give a conference to Amisha's
around 200 people.
And like almost 700 YouTube subscribers. Like I've never had a number like that in YouTube numbers, you know, for something I've done ever. So it's very, very exciting. It's
on our way to monetization on YouTube.
I really hope so, because you need to get paid for your work.
But just through doing this podcast, I have learned so many random things about Japan.
Yeah, good and bad. I think.
Yeah. That's life.
Yeah.
Because I mean, some of the comments that we get, particularly on the short form content, because it's like 2 minutes, there's no context around it. But sometimes like either people will comment like, oh, you guys are like pick-me's or weebs or whatever, like why your whole personality is Japan. Or maybe a Japanese person would comment on something like, for example, when we were talking about the reporting system in Ibaraki, like turning in undocumented people and how kind of cruel that system sounds and like it could get abused and stuff. Like there were a couple comments in Japanese that's like, that's not your business to worry about. Like it's for the Japanese people to worry about or something.
It is exactly my business to worry about because someone could report us at any time.
Yeah.
You know,
so
like,
these things do affect us.
Yeah.
But also, like, is it not a good thing to want to know more about the place where you live?
Exactly. And like you mentioned, just learning so much about Japan. As someone who, you know, everyone has different reasons why they come to Japan initially. And I feel like a lot of the main answers you hear, at least like that get covered publicly, is like, I loved anime and that's why I wanted to come to Japan. And that may be the case for a lot of people. For me, I didn't have any particular reason besides like studying language. And it was culturally like a very important place to me because of its connection with Hawaii. And, you know, I just thought it would be interesting to study one day. And I do like anime, of course. But I've never really existed in Japan before the podcast. It's not gonna sound bad, but like wanting to learn more about its history. Like, yeah, I knew about Japan. I knew about its general history. And I keep up with the news here and there, but I wasn't as, I guess, invested in it as much as like the way this podcast has made me. Does that make sense? So like a lot of the topics that we did cover, I knew nothing about. And I think if I were on my own, I just never would have thought to even look into it. And not that you or doing this podcast like forced me to learn about it, but like it did give me a good push to learn more about the place I live in. I learned a lot of interesting things, a lot of sad things and important things that like really do affect me in my daily life. So it's been really eye-opening, I guess.
Yeah, plus if you're gonna have kids here, like it's good to know about a lot of this stuff. I mean, we have like a shared Google Drive, and on there's a document called like episode ideas. So just any random thing that would pop into my head, I'm like, okay, let's learn more about that, and then we just add these ideas as they come to us. So that's how we got a lot of the topics. Just seeing something on the news or just when you're randomly out, like I want to know more about this, so let's do an episode on it and find out.
And there's still so much on that document we have like not even touched, you know? So excited to see if they do get covered. I mean, depending on the topic, I would love to come back for a couple too, possibly.
You got to make note of those later, so I could save those for you.
And I think a big reason a lot of those didn't get covered is because some of them really do require a lot of research.
Like I keep hinting at an adoption episode, but like that topic is, there's so much research and thought that has to go into it, and I want to make sure that I talk to some people who have experience in that, and that's not that easy to find. People who are willing to publicly speak about that kind of stuff. So those types of topics take much longer.
Right. There's also a couple that involve, you know, like a couple of unsolved cases here in Japan and maybe related to true crime. And at least if we were to get into that, I would love to interview, you know, those people involved in that case and stuff. So again, things like that take time. So we've only covered the tip of the iceberg, if you want to call it. So much to cover in Japan.
So one of my favorite episodes that we've done was that like Halloween mega episode that we did. So we did video chats with Tasha and Ariel
and Alethea.
And Alethea sent us a video that we reacted to. So like that type of thing was so fun.
It was a fun, like newer format for us too, to just hear different stories. And I don't know, the Halloween episodes I enjoy, don't get me wrong. I know I get all like
scared.
But like they're scary. So every Halloween
like
season I like a story, and I do like a personal story, but like those personal stories make it scarier for me because it happened to people I know, and so it makes it more real, and so it's just very scary in my opinion.
Were there any kind of funny, memorable moments? Like just some goofy things?
Dude, I'm looking at the notes and every time I think of... So if you look back in our early days, which episode were we doing? Was it Reddit stories?
For which one?
Rough Your Eyes.
I think that was the like stop the cab misinformation about Japan, like going through just some comments that we had seen on random posts, like where are people getting this information? Yeah. And this one person, their username, it was all lowercase.
Yeah. You don't know and no like punctuation. So you don't know like where the name started and stopped, basically.
Exactly. So I was trying to read the username and I was like, Rafir eyes?
And I mean, not confirmed is my opinion. I think it's Rafi Reyes, but like just stuff like that. Like we've come across so many instances where
eyes is what stood out to
me. Like we couldn't like read stuff. I don't know. Just we also read a lot of articles over time, and one thing I learned about myself is I can't read. Like,
we have so many reading mistakes.
Yeah, there were so many times where I was just mid-sentence just reading and then realizing there's no way I know how to pronounce this word. And that happened quite a bit. And so
quick Google how to pronounce suzerain tea or whatever.
Or moushiwakenai. That was a fun moment we had. Just a lot of, I think, our banter got better over time and just learning the way we joke with each other. And so on the topic of like moushiwakenai, it just made me think of like moushiwakenai and like just and it's not written here in our notes, but then I just remembered a funny moment we had was like when we went on a tangent talking about Fujisan's hole. Find that episode. I think that was our over-tourism episode.
On Mount Fuji.
Yeah. So just
the mystery of Fujisan's
hole.
Gaping hole.
Come with me, a deep dive
into Fuji's hole.
Yeah, so just our moments of like, not that we follow a script, but we do have notes that we follow to keep our episodes, structured.
Yeah, like on topic.
And on topic, but our fun little like side commentary when we got into it was always really fun for me too.
One of my favorite moments was we were talking about like hikikomori and NEET and stuff, and then you're like, oh yeah, so because I asked like, I don't know what a NEET is, and you're like, well, Alice in Borderland, but I can't remember the guy's name. Like,
and you're like, Alice? Yeah, so just I promise I'm not like acting or pretending to be ditzy or whatever. Like, I'm gonna blame a lot of it on mom brain, but sometimes you just have a brain fart, and that was one of my biggest ones. A lot of those moments with me. The next one is our Fuwa-chan incident. Like, you want to get into that one?
Yeah, that was in our canceled episode. So one of the people that we talked about was a TV personality and YouTuber called Fuwa-chan. So I explained like, this is who Fuwa-chan is. And then the next thing you say is, who is Fuwa-chan? I just told you.
So let me like explain myself on those. Like, Alice, that one was genuinely like, I was not even thinking about that. The Fuwa-chan one, I feel like there's probably even more instances I've done that, but Fuwa-chan was like the most memorable example. I don't know if it's like a neurodivergency thing in ADHD. I'm not like diagnosed, so I don't know like what it is, but this is like my process behind that, okay? So especially when it comes to filming content or things like a podcast where you have to talk continuously for a certain amount of time.
You zone out.
I wasn't, okay, zoning out sounds bad, like I wasn't listening, and that's like half the case. I wasn't zoning out per se. I think when it comes to filming this, especially in like our deeper topics, I'm so concerned with like having a smooth transition almost and like what's gonna come next that my brain is like working in overdrive 10 seconds ahead because I just either want to avoid an awkward silence or I want to just like transition seamlessly into the topic or whatever. But me thinking 10 seconds ahead of that also makes me sometimes not listen to what is being said now. And so when I think in that moment when you were explaining Fuwa-chan, my mind was going like, okay, now we're going to talk about Fuwa-chan. And like a transition I can get into is like, who is this lady? But like while I was thinking about all that, you were saying it out loud. So that is my defense. I think I do that a lot, not only in the podcast space, just like, it's going to sound bad. Like I don't listen to people's conversations. That's not it at all. I think I'm just like, yeah, I don't know how to explain. Like, do you ever have that at all? Like you're kind of just like in overdrive, I think, in your mind of like what is being said plus what you want to say next. I think that's like what I was thinking too hard on is what am I going to say next after this and how am I going to react to it that I just like the first half of what you said disappeared.
I think for me, like sometimes when we're quoting an article or something, I don't want to stare at my screen the whole time. So I kind of like look off into the distance and try to listen actively, but then I'm like, what?
You just so we have to watch it back now and I have to see you like if that ever happens. You're just like looking somewhere.
They look at the camera. Make some
nodding.
Some facial expressions. Some nodding, some yes.
yeah. One, I don't know, like this podcast has taught me a lot, but I definitely have a hard time focusing, I think. So that Fuwa-chan was a clear example for sure.
That's okay.
It was a funny moment. It was just so dumb. Like I felt so bad because I was like, wait, no, I definitely was listening to you. I just, like, I don't know what happened. I glitched a little bit.
Okay. No hard feelings. There was also a moment, I don't remember what episode it was, but you asked me like, oh, do you have any life updates? Anything going on with you? And I was silent for like 30 or 40 seconds. And I was just like, No.
Keeping it raw and real, man. Yeah, sometimes you don't.
It's okay.
It's okay.
That's life.
That is life, yeah. But I don't know. As much as I love chatting with you and kikiing with you, another like fun moment, I guess, like best moments we had, I really enjoyed having guests on later.
Yeah.
And like having, I don't know, our system of like having a guest on really got perfected towards the end when we got, when we knew how to like set up the mics and all that.
Yeah,
so
exactly. At first we're like, do
we Zoom or like do we hold it?
3 mics? Do we share between 2 mics? Like what is the placement of it? So Ariana was kind of the guinea pig with that one.
Thank you. Sorry.
Actually, no, Takashi was.
Oh, that's right, with the reverse culture shock one. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my husband, Takashi, we talked about like, reverse culture shock and culture shock and that kind of stuff. And we were using 3 mics at that time. And there's supposed to be a feature because I edit on Premiere, there's supposed to be a feature to synchronize the audio. So even if you have audio coming in from 3 different mics, it should sync up nicely. But when I did that, it sounded like we were in an auditorium speaking through like a megaphone or something. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, that's one of my crash outs. Yeah. So then I had to kind of, for that episode, mute whoever was not talking and then only put the mic audio from the person who was talking. And that took so long for like an hour and 15-minute episode. So after that, I was like, no, we're only using 2 mics. So we got to figure out how to make this work.
And it worked out eventually. I mean, those stands really did make a difference.
Yes.
Especially if you've been here since the beginning, you've really seen how, I don't want to call it like the studio, but like the quality has always been good. That's like Frankie's,
Not always, not those first
skill.
4 episodes.
But I mean, like, the way the studio space has changed. We went from sitting down with like mic stands and like horrible audio to going to different like rental spaces that we filmed in like a gym. Oh, that was like kind of one of my best moments too. Is like
that was funny too.
Our funny we went through an era of just finding interesting like not office but rental spaces to record in, and the gym was hilarious when we talked about like gym culture in Japan. And I love being like on theme, and so that one was really fun. Here's that thing. I was like thinking about what I was gonna say 10 seconds later that I forgot what I was talking about now. But gym and like just
mental
having
spaces.
Yes. Having the guest setup perfected.
Yes.
Was what I was leading up to. Has been really fun for me, and just hearing about other people's experiences here in Japan. And we did our best to really cover different kinds of foreigners with different kinds of backgrounds who live in Japan, because in our experience, we started off as English teachers.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of our, I guess, knowledge and work experience comes from. And so it was like fun to hear about studying abroad with Rosa, and then just the overall language school experience with Ariana. And then we got into corporate life, and then musician life with Sats, so.
Oh, speaking of Satsuki, I went to one of their gigs recently. Yeah. It was, they do something once a month with a hotel here in Osaka, and they just, do like chill covers and stuff. So I went there and I saw their mom Because I think we mentioned on that episode, like, their mom
okay.
comes to every show.
Yeah,
Then I saw her. I was like, I know her.
There
There's she.
There yeah, their mom is so sweet and like so cute, so supportive over there. Yeah. I'm glad you got to go, and I'm really sad I'm gonna miss their next show at the end of the month.
I'm gonna try to go to that one too.
Okay. I hope you can make it.
The busking event in Umeda.
Yeah. So, it's just really interesting seeing different perspectives from all kinds of people living here. So I hope that continue. Well, it will continue.
It will continue.
We'll get into that, but so that was a big highlight for me. Another thing I kind of like had fun with almost, this is more for our watchers of the podcast, was I didn't reveal my pregnancy until very late into it. I think I was already 7 or 8 months by the time we had a maternity episode. And so it was kind of fun, if that's what you want to call it, like hiding the bump in a sense.
Just putting a pillow over yourself every time.
Just seeing how many ways I could, I guess, hide the bump. And even in the gym episode, I think I tied a jacket around my stomach. And so it was like, unless you're really looking, I think it wasn't that obvious.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Although this is just
looking back on it, you could probably be like, oh, yeah, you could tell. But at the time, I don't think so.
So that was kind of fun. This is kind of, now that I'm on this topic, super funny to me, but also we're going to get into like awkward moments later. But like, do you remember? So I was like 9 months pregnant, I think, at this point. It was like already happyo, like already out.
Was this with the short clip?
Yeah. And it was a short clip we posted, and I was like in a crop top, or it's a normal shirt, but it became a crop top to me because I was pregnant. And so my belly is like visible. Yeah. And I'm just sitting cross-legged like I am now talking. And one of the comments just says, "Is she pregnant?" And because, sure, if you're not a regular watcher, maybe you would be curious, because we were talking about something not related to motherhood or pregnancy. But like, the fact that you just comment something like, "Is she pregnant?"
Yeah, I don't think they followed us either. So
yeah, it's like,
why
okay,
are you
interesting. That? Why do you comment? Like, who cares? But also, I wanted to comment back, no, like so badly. But that was just like a funny, awkward moment we had too. Yeah. Too many to list though.
It might be hard to remember, but is there anything that kind of stands out as something maybe a take that you disagree with, or something that you not regret, but like looking back, you're like, why did I say that or something?
Who is Fuachan? No, I think I wrote it here in the notes, but a lot of stuff that I say, I just like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I'm recording and when we're in the middle of this, I just black out a lot of the time. Not in like a drunken blackout, just like I'm so lost in the sauce of talking that when it's done, I feel so not tired. Like, oh my God, how hard is it to talk into a podcast? But it's just like so much has been said that when it's done, like when we press, when we stop recording, my mind just goes blank so much of the time. So I can't like pinpoint anything specifically where I think, ooh, that was a hot take. If there's anything you guys think there is that I said, please comment down below.
Either of us, yeah.
But no, I think I've done a pretty good job of, hopefully I haven't offended anyone or
I hope
over
not.
time.
I think we try to be very empathetic in
I've been very empathetic, but also honest in like what I think about stuff. And I don't think I've given any hot takes that need reminder or revision. I
don't think so either. I just made note of one of my things, like when we were talking about in the tattoo episode about the traditional Ryukyuan tattoos, I mispronounced it. I thought that it was hachiji, but it's actually hajichi. Yeah. And I also said that in the Okinawa episode, but because I made a short clip of it too, and I'm like, no, it's solidified out there that I mispronounced it. But nobody clocked me on it, but I'm like, should I preemptively like pin a comment or something? Like, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. I'm just overthinking.
That's just like an honest mistake that you know and are obviously correcting now, though. I'm sure there's so many things I've mispronounced throughout the past 2 years. So if we're going to go back on, what, not regrets, but like, what do you wish you could change or whatever? I don't know, probably reading things better beforehand and practicing how things are pronounced more is like where I would come from. But, yeah, no regrets. Not even one letter, at least this moment. But I'm sure we'll stop recording today. I'll watch this episode back and be like, why did I say that? Yeah, I'll be like, wow, I regret saying I had no regrets. I don't know. Yeah, so far so good, I think.
There was one awkward situation that I wanted to bring up.
This is kind of like not my favorite, but most memorable.
It still annoys me.
It's very annoying, and it's annoying that it lingers in my brain so much, but it was one of those, I think this was kind of our
when we first started making short form content, it was one of the first clips that I posted. Yeah,
that kind of gained a lot of traction. And then we've received,
So what was it?
Oh, sorry. So to go back, our clip was about boys
from a Reddit post.
Yeah.
So somebody had asked on Reddit, they're like, people who are dating Japanese women, they said men who are dating Japanese women, like, has she asked you to sit down when you pee at home?
Right. And then so we read that, and we were, in our experience, in my opinion, we were talking about, how our partners both sit down when they pee, and how it's pretty common in Japan for guys to pee when they sit down.
And like all of my friends that I asked who have dated Japanese men, they said the same.
They all sit down. And of course, if they're in public or at a urinal, they're going to stand up or whatever.
Sitting down at
home, where it's
that's the
clean.
key word, at home.
Yeah, and so we did post a short form clip of that, and it just went
a discussion.
Yeah, and then it reached the wrong side of the internet, basically, of foreigners living in Japan.
So somebody had stitched our video, like a really weird part of the video too, that with no context, it doesn't really make sense at all. Like they didn't show the part where we said it was from a Reddit story. It was just how we said, like, it's not uncommon for guys to sit down when they pee at home. And then he was like, cap.
Yeah, he said, stop the cap. I'm tired of, foreigners here just
trying
lying
to feminize
about
the men.
Yeah, and like lying about what happens in Japan or whatever. I don't know.
And he's saying like, I'm a sports coach or something, and like none of my middle schoolers tell me that they pee sitting down at home. Why would they say that to you?
Why would son, and he's like, my son doesn't sit down. It's
my wife said like, you guys are capping.
Oh, because his wife is Japanese, and it was just like, I don't know. I remember commenting back on the account like, keywords were in my opinion, in my experience. Also, like, I don't really care how you or your son pees. We're not saying you
do what you're comfortable
only sit
with,
down.
But something being common doesn't mean that every single person does it.
Exactly.
But I've got proof to back it up. A nationwide survey taken in 2023 by the Nihon Hainyo Kino Gakkai, Japanese Continence Society, found that 56% of Japanese men now sit to urinate at home, with the percentage rising to around 70% among younger married men. This marks a significant cultural shift compared to the late 1990s, when only around 15% of men reportedly sat. In other words, wakai sedai hodo suwaru keiko ga aru you da. Younger generations seem to be more likely to sit down. At the same time, a lingering perception persists among some that standing feels more aligned with traditional otokorashisa, masculinity. That's from the Japan Times.
Boom.
So from the Japanese Continence Society, 56% sit at home. The key word again being at home.
At home, yeah.
And 56% is not everybody, but that's a big number.
A big enough number, yeah. Yeah, and so it was really frustrating being taken out of context and then being stitched with this person's video. And then, of course, most people who are seeing that person's video either follow him, and so they're going to be on that side. And then not everyone. I feel like there was a good half, a lot of people came to our defense being like, this is like how it happens, So it was just an interesting, I don't know, thing. Again, as someone who's not a full-time creator, I don't deal with like
I've never been
stitched
stuff like that before, and kind of had somebody trying to prove me wrong like that publicly. Yeah. So that was also new for me.
Yeah. So it was just at the end of the day, it was just like annoying.
Yeah, it's more annoying than anything.
Yeah. But the funny thing about that,
one of the commenters, a woman, had commented too, and she said that like the boys in her school practically line up and like fight each other to use the urinal. Probably because it's different from what they have at home.
Yeah, and it's like also filthy and nasty in there, Yeah. But anyway, I do like to go back to that statistic that 70% among younger married men are doing it, because I'm sure they're like more open. They don't feel the need of proving their masculinity like how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
But for them to be younger married men, I just love them. I don't know. Their wife is probably like, yeah, sit down. It's kind of messy.
Yeah,
or maybe
easy.
on their own, they just don't want to create mess too. Like I've never had to tell my husband to sit down. You know, that was just something he did. So, and I appreciate it because it is a lot more clean, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I don't think, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a man, but like to say that it's like trying to make the men feminine or whatever, like how does having a clean toilet make you feminine or masculine?
Yeah.
So only having like a grimy, nasty toilet is manly?
Is a man. You're not a man. Rub some dirt on it. Rub some pee and grime. Piss on
the walls.
it. Yeah. Rub some piss on it. Be a man, you know? And so, yeah, I remember that happening, and it was an interesting experience. I mean, I think that comes with the territory of like putting your opinions publicly online. We're not saying no one is allowed to have their own opinion or whatever, but it was just, I think,
taken out of context.
One, and I don't know, our first time dealing with that. So it was just memorable for sure.
Yeah. But then the guy sent us a message.
And he said, well, he didn't ask. He kind of just said, I'm coming to Osaka these dates. You should let me talk on your podcast. No.
Something like that.
Something
like, I
along
be on
those
your
lines.
podcast. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah. And so, I mean, interesting. Like, it kind of...
That was just such a bizarre situation. Like, it's kind of funny, but still annoying.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know. I wouldn't personally stitch someone's video claiming that they're lying or just like fully disagreeing with it and then still have the initiative to then message them and say, so let me talk with you on your podcast.
The audacity.
Yeah, I was like, oh, but we couldn't film that day anyway, so it was
that was
like,
a convenient. But oh, sorry, we're not around.
Yeah, but anyway, so that was an interesting moment we did have. Another awkward, I don't know if it's like awkward or cute, kind of cute, kind of awkward is so our parents big fans of us. Yeah, thank you, we love you. But sometimes it like
from day one, day zero,
from day zero out the womb. A couple of times, both of our parents have either commented on our videos using our full government names or commenting from their own accounts where their username is their full government name. And so it was just like, oh, okay, like you can be a fan, but also like we don't
a little
comment,
personal,
you know? And so I thought it was kind of funny. Specifically, one time my dad, Frankie one time was like, yeah, we got a comment on one of our videos on YouTube.
It was about Nasabi.
Nasabi, and it was just something like very direct, like, well, I thought it had a lot to do with the suicide rates in Japan. Like something very, I don't know, strong worded about suicide.
Yeah. But also a little bit unrelated.
Yeah, kind of just like
only slightly related.
It was just like, whoa, where did that come from? You know? And so Frankie was like, did you see that comment? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And when I went to go check,
I just replied to it. I was like, well, yeah, maybe Nasabi had those thoughts. Yeah. And then you saw it and you're like, that's my dad.
So it's like funny because, well, shout out dad. Thank you for watching and like giving us, what do you call, not traction, but you know, thank you for like pushing us up for the engagement. Like, thank you for commenting on our videos. I
didn't know it was your dad or else I would have told you like, hey.
I wouldn't have known it was my dad either until I looked at the username and it was like his full name, like first, middle, and last, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. So like, just those are some cute moments from our parents that we've dealt with. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that when it sounds so dumb, but when you post something online, obviously it is there forever. Like a digital footprint exists. But sometimes in my head, people on the internet, they're obviously real people, but it's hard to conceptualize that the people who leave comments and people who watch and listen are real people. And so when it's only happened a couple of times, like from when I used to post on my own personal TikTok more frequently and from the podcast, people in public have come up to me and said like, hey, are you that person from TikTok? Or hey, you do that thing on TikTok or online. And in those moments, I've been like, oh my God, people who watch this are like, they exist in the real world. Like I kind of forgot about that. So
also the person who I mentioned who commented on about the peeing thing, who said like that their students are, you know, they all want to use a urinal. I ended up meeting her in person later.
Okay.
And like she was really nice.
Okay,
and we got
cool.
along really well. So sometimes it's hard to tell through just the comment, the
true,
tone.
the tone, yeah, that is very important, of course, yeah.
We didn't talk about her
The
comment,
peeing thing? Did she associate it with us?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, was your hair pink at the time or blonde?
It
or
was, but it
different?
was kind of slicked back because it was summer, so it was really hot.
Maybe she didn't recognize you. Or maybe it was just, you didn't recognize the tone and it was just an innocent comment. Like something who's just like, well, in my school, that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Well, in our moments of reflection, I did want to ask, I was curious, did you learn anything from this experience? Like what are some takeaways, after the past couple of years? And it was our first time, both of our first times doing a podcast. So yeah, you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I learned the hard way what actually goes into a podcast. So, I mean, it's more than just sitting down to talk. So we've got, you've got to plan the episodes, you've got to schedule recording dates, you need to research the topic, make notes, do the actual recording, then you got to back up the data, editing those full episodes, then writing a title, description, tags, making a thumbnail. I post the link to our stories on Instagram, sometimes TikTok, replying to comments that we get, and then editing and posting short clips too, which I try to do maybe 2 to 4 times a week, depending how busy I am. So all of that, it's like 40 hours a week that I spend on this, and it might be more. I've never timed myself, but like, is it monetized? No, not yet. It's still my passion project, but yeah, it's so much more. I knew it was going to be hard, but there were so many growing pains in the beginning, like audio issues, like so many times I crashed out. Yeah. But, well, editing audio in particular is hard. So it was interesting for me to kind of learn that. So overall, like my editing skills have improved so much. And I eventually got a flow of everything. So it's still time consuming, but I know like I have my process.
Yeah. I hope, good things came out of it too. So do you think with the growing pains and with all the learning curves and everything, did it help you with, because this isn't your main job.
Too?
Yeah. So did it help you with your actual work?
Yes. Yes.
That I'm glad in that sense. Yeah. It did benefit you somewhat.
Yeah. Even with like the voiceovers and stuff that I do, like I think the audio is pretty good for those as well compared to when I was first making content, like not podcast related, but yeah,
that's good.
It's all this, nothing bad has come from it except just crash outs, I guess.
Yeah.
But that will happen anyway. That's just me.
Yeah. As for me, I mean, I think I've joked about it quite a bit where from this experience, I've learned that I'm probably the person in the group project that everybody hates. To put it lightly. I mean, obviously our balance of work or, the things we contributed to in this podcast was, I mean, it's very obvious, like unbalanced. And that's really moushiwakenai, like very unfortunate, to Frankie. And so it's kind of obvious, but I learned more about, like you said, how much more time it actually takes, like not only during when we're talking and yapping into the mics for 45 minutes to an hour, but how much time and prep it takes before, during, and after it. It's like, it all comes down to what happens after filming, right? Like, because
that's the hard part.
Yeah, I have so many ideas in my head or so many things I filmed like long ago that are just still in my camera roll sitting. Like there's really no execution from me. And so, I just like learned a lot about what it takes to do a podcast. And even though I had no work or effort in the editing side of it, I did seeing like through Frankie, I just respect her a lot and like how much time and effort she's really put into it. Because truly without her, this wouldn't even happen. I don't know. I think it's a lot easier said than done. Like it's one thing to say like, I want to do a podcast. Let's do it. And then it's another thing to actually put it out there. And so, it's, I don't know. I really thank you for all of that.
But I mean, the vibe on camera has always been really nice. So like if it was just me
so.
talking to myself, it wouldn't be the same. So yeah. But I am proud of myself for like being consistent with it, because I think a lot of people, especially in the podcast space, they give up after a few episodes.
Yeah. I mean, it can be really discouraging because it's, especially when you're starting out with anything.
It takes a long time to build.
It takes a long time to build.
Going.
Yeah. And so to put in that much, especially for something like an hour-long anything podcast, video, whatever, all the work that goes into it. And then if you're, what do you call it? Like the outcome, if you post it onto YouTube, for example, you only get 2 views. Yeah, sure. That's very discouraging. And I don't know about you, but I didn't go into this with the expectation to get famous. And I'm not saying that like we're famous now or anything, but I never went into it expecting fame or expecting us to have
money.
Money is one, and like thousands of followers overnight from the first episodes, you know?
Yeah.
It's been 2 years and we have grown so much and really come a long way, but we're still not, you know, like mainstream podcasters or anything, you know?
I think it's a little too niche to be mainstream, like 2 hot takes or something is
very true.
Not very specific to any location.
Yeah. So I think just knowing that and not having that expectation was really, I don't know, encouraging in a lot of ways, because it is sad to see podcasts like give up after a few episodes, whatever the reason may be. I've always just had so much fun yipping and yapping with you and like learning about Japan. And now that I do have a kid, it's just harder for me to get out of the house. So this has just become a nice outlet for me, I think, to get my thoughts and social time across too. So I've had a great time.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. But, you know, things will change from now on. I think, do you want to just get into how it's going to look from here on out?
My plan for the future? Okay. There's not going to be a replacement host. You're irreplaceable.
Because I can't be replaced. No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to have... I mean, there might be some people who pop up every now and then. Like, for example, Rosa is going to be on from time to time, but she's not going to be here every week. So there will be no regular person on here except just me.
Ooh.
So I hope you like me, because you're stuck with me.
Who want me? Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have a whole list of guests that I would like to have on. So maybe it could be like a deep dive topic that I think they would be knowledgeable about, or just people who are doing unique and interesting things here. It could be like interview style. So if you guys want any particular guest, let me know. They might already be on my list, or I could put them on my list. And I'm slowly starting to contact people, because I think there's 5 people I have confirmed so far.
Okay,
I can tell you later.
Yeah, tell me off camera.
I mean, I'm excited about it.
Or we can do what other podcasters do and bleep it out. You can tell me off camera. That's more work for you.
Should I tell you one?
Yes.
I'm gonna bleep it.
Okay, I'll get my reaction. Go. Ooh! Okay, I'm excited to listen to that one.
Yeah, so I have 5 people I'm trying to set up the schedule with. Yeah. But I don't want to reach out to too many people at once, because then I'm going to have a backlog of like 20 episodes, and then everyone's going to have to wait forever for their episode to come out.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think...
I'm excited for that one, though.
I'm so excited for that one. Like, the 5 people that I asked, everybody was, you know, they said they'd be glad to be on. So I was like, yay, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then hopefully when we meet up, we can get an episode or 2 in there as well.
I hope so. I'd be honored if you want to still have me back on. Yeah.
Of course, the OG. So yeah, it's going to be a mixture of interview style episodes and then deep dives. I think, because I just have so many ideas right now, I might have to do 2 episodes a week sometimes, not every week. So I do like the Sunday upload schedule. Yeah. That's been a really nice system for me, because I don't usually go out on the weekends unless I'm meeting friends, because I want to go to places and avoid the crowds when people are at work. Because I have, you know, as sort of a freelancer, I have control of my schedule. So yeah, I like the Sunday upload schedule. And if there is a second episode, it would probably be on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, fun. That's a good time in between episodes. It's always one at the beginning of the week and then something to hold you over in the middle of the week. You know, I do like that. I like when podcasts or just shows have 2 uploads a week, because sometimes a week is so long. You wanna hear what they have to say again.
Yeah, so. Especially because some of our episodes are kind of shorter. So if it's less than 40 minutes, of course, it's much easier to edit a shorter episode. So yeah, hopefully we can throw some like short bonus episodes in there too. And yeah, I like Sundays. So I can usually do the Sunday upload unless I'm traveling for work and I don't have good Wi-Fi. Because those like inaka ryokans that are like 100 years old or something, they usually don't have good Wi-Fi. So trying to upload a 1-hour video in 4K
in like the woods of a ryokan,
it's just not going to happen sometimes. Yeah. If it's possible, I try to prepare for that ahead of time. But if I'm on like a 5-day work trip or something, like sometimes it's just not feasible. So I'll try to keep those Sundays. And then, maybe another random weekday. So, yoroshiku, y'all.
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
We've never really like talked about this. And maybe the answer is obvious. Is it still going to be called Conbini Cult? Or are you going to
I don't really want to change the name because I think it has a nice flow about it.
Yeah.
So if that's fine with you, I would like to keep it.
I'll still be a cult member. What do we call our fans? Like, you know how big YouTubers or whatever, they'll be like, hey, what's like a funny fandom name, for example? Like Brittany Broski has like Broski Nation. I don't know what other people have.
What else is there?
There's so many and now I'm blanking.
Oh, on Morgan Absher's other podcast, Clues, I think they call them like the Cluminati or something.
Okay, yeah. So like a little fandom name like that. What do we call?
I don't know what to call it
for cult this. Followers.
My cult members.
My cult members. Hello, my cult members.
Our cult members.
My little family chikis. I don't know what to call you. Yeah, but anyway. Okay, so you're gonna like keep the name and stuff.
My little tamago sandos.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
Hello, my little tamago sandos. Or like I was gonna say something with tamago and friend, like tomodachi, my tamagotchi. And then I was like, my Tamagotchi. And I was like, oh, wait, that's like an actual thing.
That's trademark.
Tomodachi. I don't know. Well, you have some time to think about it, but I was curious.
Commenters, let us know. I'm not sure what to call y'all.
Y'all. But I think cult followers is fine. Maybe we'll gain traction in another way because cult follower is like a buzzword. And some people are going to be like, with this cult in Japan. And it's just us. Like how the Canceled podcast, that's why they made their name Canceled. But anyway.
Well, thank you for this. Past 2 years. It's been fun.
It's been fun. See you never. No, I'm kidding. See you soon. I will
see you in a couple days.
Yeah. I mean,
we're getting dinner in 2 days, so
we're not going anywhere in terms of friendship. I hope.
No.
I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you. I feel like I should have prepared a letter the way Japanese people do.
Like a thank you letter? Oh, well, I would just like to say that, like, I'm really glad that we've gotten close because of this podcast. And, like, it's not, I wouldn't say I have, like, a difficult personality or whatever, but because of, like, the neurodivergence, like, it is sometimes hard to convey my feelings without, I don't know, not offending people, but, like, I don't know, somebody taking it the wrong way. So, like, I'm really glad that I have people in my life that I can, share my feelings with and be myself with.
Don't make me cry.
I really appreciate your friendship.
I appreciate your friendship too. Thank you. It's sad to have something end like this, but I'm sure, I don't know. I think like when you become an adult, it's really hard to make and maintain friendships, especially like as foreigners in Japan when people move around so much and whatever.
Yeah.
And so
it's really valuable to also have a close friend who also wants to be here long term.
Right. And so I think that, is a good foundation for our friendship, one. And with starting this podcast, like I said, we have like gotten closer, I think, through this, of course. And sometimes I wonder, like, could we have, I'm sure we would have like gotten closer if we were just like friends. I don't know how to call it, like normally, like if we just never did a podcast, but it was a fun way to get to know each other too.
So we've spent so much time
together. Yeah. So
how many hours of episodes do we have?
I don't know, like how many, endless conversations, truly so many hours of conversations. And I'm glad it never ended in any like drama or something, so it's been a good experience overall.
But that's also because, much like the people I'm badly in love or whatever, I just had to, say if something was bothering me when it happened. So
yeah, and that was fine with me. But anyway, well, goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for all the fun times, the funny comments, even the frustrating stitches and comments. We're grateful for that too. Frankie's still around. I'm just saying my goodbyes, my temporary goodbye for now. I really enjoyed.
See you later.
Yeah, it's not a goodbye. It's a see you later. But yeah, I'll be back one day, hopefully. In the meantime, please take care of Frankie. Thank you so much for your viewership and your listenership, and your support. And I will catch you when I catch you.
Mm-hmm. Good luck with your move and everything.
Thank you.
I hope to visit you when you are unpacked.
Yeah.
I have PTSD from packing and unpacking,
yourself.
So
yeah. Please,
I'd like to see you after that.
Please let me get my life in order before you come see me, but come anytime after that. All right. Well, see you later. It's been a good trip. Okay. Bye.
As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Watch you. My biggest fear is you're gonna like play this clip back, and I'm gonna watch it, and I find out I'm tone deaf.